Now this set of downloads is for the Slimline Rectangle template download set. Now this is just one of the videos showing you how, just one example of what we can do, one little project, and I'm just going to make the basic card. How you decorate it is entirely up to you. But don't forget there's loads of other videos showing you how to use this basic template set doing lots of different ways, and on the table here you can see a few of the different effects you can create from this one template set. In the one template set, in this particular one, well, all of those in the flip and fold cards, you get 6 sizes, but in each of those sizes you've got various options, and if you watch all the videos bit by bit, you'll see all the different techniques, and I'm sure you're going to think of more as well. What I want to do first is, as you're having a look at this one, this is the large, well, this is the large one to the Slimline folded, cut and fold and flip and fold card making set. You can see this one, there's your basic template. You know, you can either print this directly onto the card you're using or make your own templates, whether you want them in paper, card, acetate, whatever goes through the printer you can use. Where you've got the crease, that's where you fold the second half. Basically, you'd use this template to cut 2 identical pieces, fold one of them and stick it in its forms. I'll show you that in a second, just understand exactly. You've got all the different sizes there. This is the next size. That is the size that we're going to use, I believe, the third one down, or it could have been the second. Then you've got smaller and smaller and smaller, so you get much smaller ones there, as you can see. I'm twittering on, aren't I? So basically, this is the template. Now, let me just show you a template that I've made up and then what we did with it. First of all, I printed it out. Now, you can use that, just cut it out, print it onto card, or you can cut it out and put it over a piece of card and just make a template for the front of your cards. Now, on this one, I've actually put the line across here showing me where to fold each time, so that when you folded it, you can see there, that sticks onto the back, and if you can just open out a bit, there you go. Well, it's a bit difficult for you to see, a bit close, but you can see how that gives you the legs there, so the card folds up. So if you want to make a card, just very basically, I'll show you in a second how to do this, but there's a card, and you can just decorate that. That is the simple technique. That is the template. That will make that flip and fold card there. But you can see here all the different variations, and there's loads more we'll be adding all the time and that you'll think of. Now, I'm taking that very simple template to make that flip and fold card there, and I'm going to do another version of it. I've got one here, as you can see. There's on the card. Now, all I've done is use the template to go onto there and get the rectangle and the shape. I've done the second identical one there. That fits over there perfectly. But you can see what we do is we turn that over, stick that down there, and then that becomes, let's put that in the right place. There you go. That fits down there. You fold that into there. That sticks down halfway. I've put some double-sided tape on there ready to stick that down. And then you'll see how quickly and easy it is to make. So you've got 2, you fold it, you find the middle there, that's going to line up with that there, and that's going to stick down over the top like that. So you've got the leg going up and down like that, and there is your card. Now, because it's on something a bit slidey, I'm going to move that so you can see how it stays in position. Because it's something on shine, it just folds open. There you go. So there's my basic card, and if you can see here, there's my basic card, but I've done the buff colour here. Now, what you can also do, you can take this basic template here that I've got here, print it onto card, and then you can make all these other templates. Now, you could use these for doing matting and layering. You can use them for making frames. If I move the bottom bit there, now if you print it onto a piece of card like this and then cut out all of these separately, you're not doing it loads and loads of times. And if you did that onto a basic coloured card, you'd cut that out and you'd end up with strips like that. That one's done on a nice kind of purpley, kind of aubergine browny coloured one, which I'm going to use these with. Or you could use them for doing matte and layering. You know, you could have different sizes, etc., etc. So those are all the different frames that I've made from this one template. You could have them as matte and layers as well. But what I've done here, I've taken a piece of card, and all I've done, I've already cut some out here, as you can see. I just stuck those frames onto a piece of matching card to create all these different slimline rectangles. And what I've done here, you can either cut it so that you've got a border around the edge, therefore making it slightly different again. Well, if you come back to me, Lorraine Chuck, It's a bit boring, this bit, and I'd rather pick it up and cut it so I can see, why make life difficult for myself? I know you know what I'm doing. I'm just cutting around the edge here. I've stuck it down the frame and then just cut around the edge, and I'm making all these different apertures, but solid apertures, so they've got like a nice background. Can you see that on there? Can you see that, Chucks? There you go, like that. Now on this one, you can see I've not left a border around, but this centerpiece, I've stuck it down so there's a border around. This would make a nice sentiment. I don't have to use it with this card. It depends how it feels. I've not put the card together yet. Now you can use a scalpel and a steel ruler, or I'm just cutting this out by eye, and just trim that. And then there you've got a nice little bit that you can use on a sentiment on this card. Depends on what I do. I've not decided yet. So let's just show you what we can do. So there's my first card there. There's my card. There's the basic card. And I've just got all these different, apertures, as it was, all these different layers here that I've made from the same template that I can use. Now I've got the first one here. I left a pencil mark, but that's probably going to get covered over in a minute. I'm just going to stick that down first. You can put different colours behind these as well, don't forget. And if you use the templates as cut out as frames, you could use different coloured frames, just put it on different papers. This one, I only used one piece of card to get all these different frames. And I'm just going to give you loads of different options now of what you can do from that one template. I'm just putting some glue on the back of that. And then this is going to frame that. So you've just got your basic card, and then straight away you've altered it just by putting a frame around the outside, like so. So you could have the card, let me just stick that down properly. You can have the card like that, and you could build that up and decorate in the inside, obviously. But you've got all these other ones as well. I was thinking maybe we could do a fan effect. So I could stick that one on there, that one on there, that one on there, that one on there, and then maybe stick that one across the bottom like that with a sentiment on. I think that looks quite nice. Or you could have gone like that, and you could stick it down like that, and then you can alternate like that, and then you can alternate like that, and then that could go across the bottom with your sentiment on to make that look really nice. So there's various ways of using this. I think you could decorate this up, decorate that up. You could use your stamps. So already you're getting it from the basic flip and fold to some decal ladies, all sorts of things. Anything you want, really. You could use masking tape in between, or you can just stick it down. Now, if I use foam tape, I'm just going to use a little bit of foam tape. You need to put it in the right place. So hold it in position first, and it's going to go on that side there. So if I turn that over, I know it's going to go there. So when I stick it down, you're not going to have the foam tape coming over the edge. So I'm going to stick that on a little jaunty angle. I'm going to put the edge there. You saw the different options, and I'm sure you could come up with lots of other connotations. I'm going to stick the next one there like that. So I'm going to need a bit of foam tape down that side there. So I just need a little bit. And I can, if I want, I've lost my scissors, just cut a strip, and then if it's too wide, which I think it is, I'm just going to cut the foam tape in half. Let me just double check where I was going to put it, down the side there. So that goes there, and let's peel that off. Now you could decorate all these before you put them together. I'm just putting it together, just showing you how you could reassemble the card. And each time, because I'm using foam tape, it's just lifting it a little bit. I think I might put that one there. And a little bit of foam tape on the base there. I've got that piece. Where's it gone? Oh, it's on my piece of. It's on my scissors. I'll pop that one there. So that goes on the back there, just in that corner. And because it's on card, it's just strong enough to hold it in position. And I'm going to pop that down there like that. So it's just fanning out. And I think I'll put the opposite one just down here. So that means I'll put a little strip down there. And I'll just put a little bit of taping in and a strip, pop that on the side, and then that goes on the edge there. Don't forget, you could do this in any way you want. You can pre-decorate these, you can fan them out in any way you want. I'm just showing you a way of how you can take that template and really exaggerate it. So there's the card. I mean, that'd be fantastic decorated up with different designs on. And this centre bit here, I'm not throwing that away. I think that's perfect for a little sentiment in the middle. So again, I'm just going to take a little bit of double-sided foam tape just to lift it a little bit. and that will go neatly onto there. Then with a peel off or something like that, you've created that wonderful effect there. And there, I think, is the end, the finish like there of that particular kind. If I just put it there, wouldn't that be fantastic? I mean, it's almost like a peacock feather type design. Now, you could have decorated each of these, or you could just have one of them, but it depends how you stick this lot together. So from that one simple template, you might look at it and think, oh, well, I'm only going to make that. If I can pick it up, that's all I'm going to make, just something like that. But no, you could do all sorts of range of things. You could do this in different colours. You can mix and match. You could do firework explosions. You could do happy birthday to you. You could put text on there. You can do in silver, do it in gold for golden weddings. And that's just taking that one simple template and just doing different things with it. So you can see all the other different options here, but you've got to go and have a look at the videos to get those. So if you want to make a beautiful card like that one, maybe, well, can you come out a little bit more on that? Or is that the wide one, Lorraine? Okay, well, there you go. If you want to make a beautiful card like that, well, then all you've got to do is download the Slimline card template set.